Before you spend your time knocking on strangers' doors for a company that might not even pay you, make sure to watch this video. Maybe you're a college kid and you're looking at summer internships, doing door-to-door sales because you think it's a good way to get experience. It might be. Maybe you're fresh out of high school. Sales is the place to make a lot of money, which you're right, but you don't quite know where to go. You've heard some good things about door-to-door. Maybe it's solar, maybe it's pest control, and you're checking out your options. So first of all, good on you for being here. I actually have a lot of fiery opinions about door-to-door sales, which I'm sure are going to be controversial to some of you, but that's why I made this video, to just kind of air it all out and to let you know that there are better options available with a lot more upward mobility compared to just being a door-to-door sales rep. So if by the time you get done watching this video, you still want to do door-to-door, go ahead. I'm not here to talk you out of it. I'm just here to show you some of the red flags that are in the industry and maybe some better options in terms of both money, stability, and just quality of life. So let's get straight to it. We're going to head over to the war room and break this down. All right, thanks for making the trip with me over to the war room. We are going to get started here with reason number one. I don't believe door-to-door sales is the best way to break into sales and get, that first sales job, that first bit of sales experience. Number one is no base pay, right? You might be thinking, oh, that's fine, I'll just sell a bunch. If it's your first time selling, it's going to be a lot harder than you think, right? So most door-to-door companies don't offer any base salary. Basically, if you don't close anything, you're walking around in the heat for 8 to 10 hours a day, working on Saturday as well, and with no guarantee of any kind of money. This disproportionately harms someone in their first sales job because you're not going to have that sales experience yet. And, there are other ways to learn sales while still making base pay on top of commission. Now, before we get, further on into this video, I just want to preface this by saying I have not worked in door-to-door sales. I've been a remote sales guy. I was also a founder. I sold my shares of my company. Now I'm doing remote sales. Basically, everything I'm talking about is from research I've done online, as well as talking to some of my buddies in college who did door-to-door sales last summer. Number two, reps frequently don't get paid what they're owed. So this is especially big in the solar world, right? So if you're selling solar, you close a deal and something goes wrong with the installation, or the installation never happens because there are some shady companies out there. I personally know a friend who was waiting 4 months to get 14 grand in commission that he made. So he made 14 grand that summer. That was money he was obviously counting on for the next year of college to pay rent and to eat and to live. And they didn't end up paying him until November. So he was just waiting. They really kind of get you with the fine print in those contracts. A lot of people report being stiffed on commission or just being undercharged in general. And several former reps from Vivint and Aptiv, I don't know if I'm saying that right, these are large door-to-door companies, they posted about getting stiffed on pay due to fine print in the contract. So definitely number two, even if you do get paid, you might not actually get the money in addition to no base pay. So let's move on. Number 3 and 4, I guess I'm just going to combine this. We'll call it number 3. I'm going to say cult-like environments and multi-level marketing. So I'm going to play a few videos on the screen in the next few seconds here about the daily pump-up session and just all of this stuff that really looks more like a cult than a serious company. Now, something to know about serious companies is they generally aren't beating the block and knocking down your door and just recruiting you to even go and work for them. So recruiting is huge in door-to-door sales, and it almost starts to look like a pyramid where, the real money to be made is in recruiting other people to work under you, and then you're their manager, right? So, not usually how companies operate. Definitely a bit of a red flag there in terms of the way they recruit and the way, oh, I have people working under me and hey, you just need to recruit your buddies to come out and do this. Probably not a great look there. All right. Final one is companies going bankrupt inexplicably. So, several door-to-door outfits are actually known to just completely blow up. The founders take the money and run. Everyone else is left in the rain, whether you're a sales rep, an employee, or even a customer. These things, there are some legal things that happen and the company shuts down. So there's just a lot of shady stuff in the industry. It's not a very reputable place to be. And, depending on, where you want to work for after door-to-door, whether that's something like tech sales, that door-to-door experience might look like a bit of a red flag. All right. That is Enough ripping on door-to-door sales for the day. Again, I'm going to restate this. I have never worked in door-to-door sales. All that I'm saying is both perspective that I've gained from my buddies, as well as some basic online research I've done. This is the perspective of an outsider looking in. I know it is possible to make money in door-to-door sales. I know there are guys out there that are crushing it. But again, your success really depends on three things. That is your territory, which means if you're selling solar and you're in a company that has seen solar reps for the last 3 years, homeowners aren't going to be that receptive. Number two is the product that you're selling, self-explanatory. Number three is the company. This is the big one. They have to be reputable. They actually have to care about their employees. They cannot go bankrupt. They have to be ethical. They have to pay you your commissions. So again, if the perfect storm happens, you're selling a good product in a good territory at a good company, yeah, you can probably do well. But there is going to be a bit of a learning curve, which you are not paid for because it's commission only. So if you want to learn and get paid and potentially have better exit opportunities when you graduate college or you decide you're ready for a change, let's talk about my alternative to the classic solar sales summer internship door-to-door, which would be remote sales. So first and foremost, it's remote. You can do it from a laptop. You can do it from your dorm room, your apartment. You can do it part-time during school. You can do it full-time during the summer. And it offers a lot more professional skill development. You are writing emails. You are making cold calls. You are using a CRM. You are using LinkedIn. You are using all of these. I don't want to say advanced sales techniques because they're not, but they're a hell of a lot more advanced than going up to a stranger and knocking on their door at their house. So you get a lot more professional skill development, which translates really well to a career in tech sales, which is, arguably the best sales job you can get. You can make as much money as an investment banker 3 years into your career out of college. So if you're on the tech sales track and you're dead set on tech sales, but you're thinking, hey man, maybe door to door for a summer is all I could get, and it'll be a good stepping stone, good experience. There's better ways to get experience. It's remote sales. Number two, you get base pay and commission. Yeah, there are some jobs out there that are commission only. Don't have to take them, right? Go on Upwork, find a bunch of companies, interview with a bunch of them, apply for a bunch of them, get one with a base salary. It's not that hard. Number three, it just looks better on a resume. You can frame it all kinds of different ways, and you're working in a digital business environment, oftentimes selling business to business, which is where the big money in sales is. Door to door is neither. You are selling to consumers and you are selling outside, hustling, going door to door. Again, nothing really wrong with that, but I do believe that a remote tech sales job does look better on a resume. And I think just the final benefit of remote sales is it allows you to work in multiple different industries. So if you want to start a business either while you're in college or when you graduate, you can work in multiple different industries. You don't have to be tied down to one job. You can even stack multiple jobs if you want to. We'll get into that later on in this channel. But you can work at a marketing agency. You can work at a software startup. There are all kinds of jobs you can do in the remote sales space. And, it's super easy to hop around and find what you like and get real industry experience and connections while doing this job from your dorm room on your own hours, getting a base pay and commission. So that's what I think about door to door. That's what I think about remote. I do think remote is better, but again, feel free to disagree with me. If you are interested in landing your first remote sales job, I actually have a free guide in the description box below. It's 14 pages. It tells you everything you need to know. I don't sell a course. There are no strings attached. Just go check that out. Let me know what you think. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.